Hello, guys. Long time no see. Oh my god, I wanted to do this video for like last 1 month, but I was thinking, should I be doing it here or should I just start a new channel? So I actually started a new channel where my boyfriend and I we show our travels, and idea was just to show it to his mom, so that she could see where her son lives. But then I don't know, maybe I just missed, making videos, and I bought myself an incredible camera. It's like the best, and look, it goes with the microphone. It's called Osmo. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing for anything. I think if you are a professional or if you are not, it will be just good. I'm still trying to figure out how everything works, including the microphone. So sometimes it may be like a sound with a microphone. Sometimes, microphone can be just going somewhere else. So just bear here with me. So anyway, why I'm thinking now to do the YouTube again? Like how many years later? Like 2 years later? I think the last video I made was in Sri Lanka in 2022, and oh my God. The years of 2023, 2024 were crazy, just literally crazy. If you have been to Sri Lanka as a tourist, it's an amazing country. But if you are in Sri Lanka doing business, or if you're planning to do the business, you should probably watch my videos, because nobody tells everything that we've been through. Even when we came to Sri Lanka in 2021 and we started thinking, remember I showed you the house? So we took that house, and there's so many foreigners there, but nobody told us that that house was kind of haunted, because every time we were in the house, we would fight with my boyfriend, just horrible. It was like horrible fights, and we would fight about like little things. And then we found out that this house, I'll try to show you a video if I find, but you can check them. I have like videos. It's a horrible house. We found out that all the people that lived there, they broke up. They were like fighting, and then they broke up. What we found out later, as you know, we were living there, we were like getting to know people. We found out that in Sri Lanka, it's normal to bury their relatives, like dead relatives, like to put the dead bodies, like underneath their house. So if you're in Sri Lanka now, living, you can find a lot of interesting things. A lot of interesting things underneath your house. And what I mean by that is bones, because a lot of people who start building, they buy land and then they start building, they just find so many bones, so many, how you say, not dead bodies, they are bones from people. And it's crazy, it's just crazy. It's one thing. So we got rid of that house. The last video was about renting a car. That car, everything went smooth. I don't think we broke anything, but it was a Chinese car, and I don't recommend to take Chinese cars in Sri Lanka, because it was raining one time, and just we couldn't see the front glass window. We couldn't see anything. It was horrible. So never take a Chinese car there in Sri Lanka, because it's like a lot of humidity, might be a lot of rains. You never know. In Sri Lanka, it's like not a rainy season, but it will start raining nonstop. So what I have decided I'll be talking about here on the channel is about the life in Sri Lanka. And by the way, I was deported from Sri Lanka in the end of July, on the 30th of July. And when I said at the beginning of this video that, oh my God, what years we had, I meant that Sri Lanka is a very unique country, in the sense that they can just deport you with no reason. Like, they deported me because, probably, as my boyfriend said, you were not showing them enough of the respect. And there was a huge conflict between Russians. Well, not a conflict, Yeah, that's a wrong word. It was not a conflict. It was scandal with the Russians who organized a party in Sri Lanka, in the south part of Sri Lanka, the touristic area. And they had, I will try to find you a picture and show it somewhere here. So they organized a party, and the face control was white only, which meant white people only. And it was a huge scandal. And you can imagine now when Russians are fighting with Ukraine and like Westerners, I think they are looking for any little um, reason why to make other people hate Russia. So this news was all over the world. BBC, CNN, you can Google it and you can read more specifically. But because we live in Sri Lanka since 2021, we've been involved in the business, kinda business. There was the crisis that they had in 2022. There was after COVID time. So we weren't doing any real business until I think the last season, the last 2024 season. I will tell you later about our business and how we all started, because if you're watching this, you want to start a business in Sri Lanka, keep watching, because honestly, nobody will tell you this. Even when we started business, nobody told us a thing. We had to learn uh, by ourselves, spending a lot of money, spending a lot of nerves. We had no idea. Anyway, I was deported because after this scandal with Russians, after their only white party, they started declining visas for Russians. They started not letting them in. They started not prolonging their visas. And of course, there are still Russians who are working there. They have work permits. It's all legal. But I think there are some certain things that they have to do. I'm not sure what, and I'm not gonna be like guessing here and telling you, but you know. Anyway, that was funny, and it was so bad because my my phone was running out of the battery. I had like 2%, and I couldn't make any videos. But now I have a camera. I think that was one of the reasons why I bought my camera, because I was just like helpless. I was like I couldn't do anything. So they said, okay, we're gonna deport you because you're here on a touristic visa, and why are you coming so often? What are you doing here? They became very suspicious because of the Russians who came to Sri Lanka. They were working, they were doing a legal business. Yeah, they got very suspicious. They thought I'm doing, some business, but wasn't actually. I was just helping my boyfriend. He likes it, and he has a work permit, he has a residency in Sri Lanka, and he found something he likes to do, and he's doing the business there. And I'm just there to like help him, like cook, clean, um, help him with I don't know, just the usual everyday stuff. I don't really work there, like work, just wake up and then go and like have business agreements or anything like that. He does, I don't. So anyway, they said you have to show us his work permit and everything, and because like I didn't give up. I didn't care. I didn't really care. And Sri Lanka is hard also for the relationship. So because we also had some problems in our relationships, and I came there, they were like, we're gonna deport you. I just laughed at them, and they were like, oh my god, you are so disrespectful, we're gonna deport. So they basically deported me because I laughed, I smiled, I was like, what? You're gonna deport me? Something like that. Yeah. It was also funny because the officer, like the guy who just puts you stamps, who sits there behind the glass, he started making a video of me, and I think he instantly regretted it, because I was like, oh, you're making a video, okay, let's go. And I just started telling everything I think about the country. I started telling everything that is wrong in the country, because when you're a tourist, you come to Sri Lanka, and a lot of things you don't notice because you think, oh, it's so free, oh, it's so beautiful, people are nice, and it's sun, and it's like ocean, and you see that it's like so not developed, and you think, oh my god, there's so much opportunity, I'm gonna start doing business here. And I will also tell you about one horrible story that happened to us when a young guy from Sweden, he came to Sri Lanka, and he's a surfer, he's a skier, he's a professional, and he thought he's going to be doing a business. He was like, he fell in love with Sri Lanka, and he got scammed. Like, we also got scammed, but like the way we were, it's like nothing in comparison to him. And I will also make a video. See, there's like so many, and he was a foreigner, the guy who scammed all of us and other people for like, he was doing it for like 3 years, I think. Oh, I will tell about it later. Anyway, guys, just wanted to tell you that I am okay. Hello, everybody. I closed the videos with how to date a girl from Kazakhstan because I don't think I attracted the right audience with that video, even though it got like 100,000 views, and a lot of comments that I had there were telling me thank you, that helped them a lot, because nobody talks about it, and it's really important. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any videos about Kazakhstan now. The only thing I will do, and I really want to do, is comparing me, like as a Kazakh girl, as a girl who was born in the USSR, who was brought up in independent Kazakhstan. I want to compare my values, the way I'm thinking, with the Westerners and with the Asians, because the last 3 years I lived between the Europeans, the white people. And you know what? Before moving to Sri Lanka, I never called Europeans white people, never. And the Asians, I mean Sri Lankans and Thai people. And at the moment, I'm in Thailand. We live actually in Thailand and in Sri Lanka. And about my deportation, I hope everything will be fine. We contacted our lawyer, and we're just waiting to hear from her. She's gonna tell what's gonna happen, because the thing that they did was actually, like, they broke the law. There's no, I haven't done anything to break the law. I'm not a criminal, and I'll tell you more about how I was deported from Sri Lanka in one of my next videos. And for now, that's all. Bye. I forgot to continue with Thailand. We live in Thailand. We have a condo here in a beautiful area of Chiang Mai University. We live in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And now we are doing a renovation of our floor. So the next few videos probably will be about Thailand. And as soon as we find out about my status to Sri Lanka, if I'll be able to go there or not, I'm 99% I'm sure I will be. It just will take me some time. So before I go to Sri Lanka, I'll make a few videos about it, like what you should know before starting a business in Sri Lanka. I'll tell you about this scam. So probably I will make like 4 or 5 videos about our whole experience in Sri Lanka, and then I go to Sri Lanka. I'll show you everything about how we do the business, what we're doing, and I'm sure it's gonna be exciting, because Sri Lanka, it's never boring, never.